Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you, and today is my weekly strategy video for Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. And what I'm going to do here in this video is I will just pick random different currency pairs, okay? And we're going to try together, we'll try to find good entry points that you can place trades using different strategies that I have created and developed over the years. So this will be just similar to what I do in my live webinars. So, but this way, I'll make a video and you can record, you can, watch this over and over again, okay? So basically here, I'm going to pick some random currency pairs, and I like trading the GBP, honestly. So I'm going to pick a GBP pair, Great British Pound, and today I want to pick, I'm thinking GBPCAD, okay? I know the GBP has been going up the last few days, but I think it's getting ready to reverse. Wow, look here. Okay, so the 1 hour chart shows that it's already dropping here, and the 4 hour chart shows it's going to go down also. So what I like to do is when you pick a currency pair like this, or any currency pair really, I want to look at the higher time frames, okay, the 4 hour, daily, and weekly chart specifically, right? And then I look at that to see which way the price is going. It's going up or down, and then I go back to the smaller time frames, like the 1 hour and 30 minute, etc. Go down to the smaller time frames until I find the opposite signal. So, for example, like this right here is showing to sell on a 4 hour. Okay, the daily is showing the buy, and the weekly is showing the sell. So we have a kind of a mixture of different signals right here, but the bigger the time frame, the stronger that signal is. Okay, if that makes sense. So the weekly right here is showing the sell, so we know long term is going to drop. Okay, but more or less has been riding sideways, right, for quite some time now. If you look on a daily chart, refresh this, you see you have a lot of highs and lows, right? And look on the 4 hour chart, we get a little more detailed picture, but still we see a bunch of highs and lows. Now right now on the 4 hour chart, we have a signal to sell, which means that in the next few days, okay, in the next 48 hours to 72 hours, this price will be dropping. Okay, now we're going to have a lot of highs and lows, but overall it's going to drop. All right, so with this in mind, we want to sell. Okay, like I said, the last few days it's been going up, now it's getting ready to drop again. That's what happens in forex. Whatever goes up must come down, and vice versa, right? So we know we want to sell. Okay, now we're going to go to the smaller time frames, and we're going to find the opposite signal, which is the buy. Okay, so the 1 hour shows the sell, 30 minute, okay, refresh, the 30 minute shows the sell, 15 minute shows the buy. So here we go. So now we're at a level of support where it should be going back up. Now it might drop some more. This could repaint, we don't know, but we do not want to buy right now, simply because if you buy right now, that price will keep dropping, and you're going to have a huge drawdown or even lose a lot of money. So like I said, we want to sell only. So we're anticipating the price to go back up some right now, and we want to catch a sell trade when it goes up. Okay, if that makes sense. So what we need to do here in this particular case is put a sell limit pin order above where it is right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and new order, and I'm going to choose sell limit, and I'm going to put it a little ways above. I'm going to pick here, I'm going to pick 1.73 700 just to make it even. And take profit, I will put at 1.73 even. Okay, that's going to give me about 700 pips in total profit. Okay, and oops, 7.73 even, right? So I'm going to place this trade, right? And let me show you this. Here on this green line is the sell limit, which we see right here. Okay, and it says sell limit right here, and then TP for take profit. Okay, we see total 700 pips and total profit. This is why I like trading GBP pairs, because even on small movements you get a lot of pips, a lot of profit on the GBP pair. So that's really good. So what we're anticipating is the price to rise up and then drop back down and hit this take profit. Okay, hopefully, right? Now there's a chance that it could keep dropping right now and never go back up and activate the sell trade. All right, now if it does that, I can simply drag this and lower it down to follow that, because eventually it will go back up and then back down again. Okay, it's just a matter of time, right? But I'm going to leave it right here for now. Okay, now in addition to the limit order, I want to do a stop order as well. Okay, I don't have to, but I want to, because I feel that this will be dropping long term. It's probably going to drop to at least this point here. So I'm going to put a small, not 700 pips, maybe like 200 pips for a sell stop to catch it on the way down as well. This way, no matter which way it goes, if it goes up now or it keeps dropping, I'm gonna catch profit either way. So again, I'm gonna go back down here to the 15-minute chart so I get a closer view, and I'm gonna hit new order and put a sell stop. All right, first was sell limit and the next is sell stop. So here I'm gonna put 1.72800, make it even, and take profit at 1.72600. Okay, like I said, 200 pips. It doesn't have to be, but I want the stop order to be smaller than the limit order. Okay, I'm not going after huge profits here. So, and I'm not taking huge risk. Now, if I go back up to the 4-hour, pan out to the 4-hour chart to get a bigger picture of what's going on, you see here's that limit order, and here is the sell stop. So I have a limit order, stop order with two different take profits, and we're potentially looking at 700 plus 200, 900 pips in total profit, which is really good. Okay, so this is why I like trading the GBP, right? You can get a lot of profit. You can have a lot of drawdown at the same time. So it's a trade-off. Okay, you know, do you want a chance having a huge drawdown in exchange for a huge profit, or do you want to play it safe and you trade something like the EURGBP? All right, if you trade the EURGBP, for example, you're not going to get as much profit on a smaller movement, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with trading that pair. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull up the EURGBP right now, just so we can take a look at it. 1 hour chart shows to buy, okay, according to my Excalibur trend indicator. So here on the 1 hour chart, it definitely looks like it's going to be going up, but this is the default, right? So let's go to the higher time frames. 4 hour chart shows to sell. Is that right? Let's see, this refreshes. All right, the 4 hour chart shows to sell, the daily shows to sell, and the weekly shows to sell. So what that means is long term is going to be dropping, okay, which is perfect. Okay, we see here this is a rather fresh signal. Okay, it just came in. This right at this very moment it's on a weekly chart, so this means this arrow here came in on last week, so this week is definitely dropping. So we should see a continuation of this dropping slowly, you know. So like I said, we go to higher time frames, see which way it's going long term. We know long term is going to be dropping, right? Now go to a smaller time frame until we find opposite color, which is blue, right? And we already saw that here on the 1 hour. All right, now I want to go down even further. I want to look at all the time frames, but I just want to go down even further. 30 minutes shows to sell, 15 minutes shows to buy. All right, so here's what I'm looking for actually. Okay, I'm looking for a signal to buy on the smaller time frame, like a 15 minute. 1 hour is okay also, but 15 minute is good because I can get a more precise entry point. Okay, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line just so to illustrate, so you can see. I'm going to mark this resistance right here, okay, with this red arrow, and that's a high point. Okay, now we see the price right here, example, this price here had dropped, hit this point here, formed a support and bounced up, and then came down, broke, now it came back up, hit a resistance here and dropped back down. So right now this is a resistance still, and we're looking for the price to back up and test that resistance. So it probably will test that and drop back down, because like I said, long term you want to sell, right? So what we want to do here in this particular case is put a sell limit, pending order, above the current price. Okay, and we do that by going here on an order and changing this to pending order and selecting sell limit. Okay, and for the at price right here, I'm going to pick 1.22 even, which will put the price right about here. I did not want to put it right on this green line, because what if the price does not, actually touch that? So I want to put a little ways below, so the price will activate, go up a little more. You have a slight drawdown and then eventually drop back down. All right, and now I'm going to put like a 300 or 400 point take profit again. So here for take profit, I'm going to put 1.21600. Okay, that's going to give me some decent profit, which will put the take profit right here where the price is now. All right, and you see right here, this is the sell limit, this green line, and this red line here, dotted line, is 400 pips in total profits. That's really, really good, especially Euro USD. So like I say, GBP pairs you can get a lot more profit. I showed you before, you're getting 700 pips basically on the same movement. Here you're only getting like 400 pips, right? So yeah, let me readjust myself. So it's okay to trade Euro USD, it's no problem. You're just not going to get as huge a profit as you do with the GBP pairs. Okay, so now we did a limit order. Next we want to do a stop order. Okay, and what I recommend doing is, again, put a stop order below here with a small take profit, and you'll be perfectly fine, because we know long term it's going to drop, right? So I'm going to put a sell stop at 1.21400. I think that's right. Sorry, my head is itching. And take profit at 1.21200. Small take profit, but it's okay. We do not want to put a huge take profit, because we want the trades to try to open and close as quickly as possible, just trying to avoid swap fees. Okay, additional fees to pay the broker, or the broker does not deserve our money. Okay, we deserve their money. So the less money I give to the broker, the more I put in my pocket. That's how I feel. Okay, so swap fees are generated if your trade is open for more than 24 hours. So every time you have a trade, every day your trade is open, you're going to generate more and more and more swap fees. So you do not want these trades open for long periods of time. If at possible, you might have a trade open for days or weeks at a time. Because of market volatility, we cannot accurately predict everything that's going to happen. Okay, you can have a sell trade now and the price just skyrocket up. Okay, it happens. All right, nobody knows, nobody's perfect, but based on my strategy and what I've been doing, this is a pretty successful strategy. Okay, so we see right now the price is definitely going to drop, so we only want to sell, like I showed you, and we do a limit order, stop order, like that. All right, so this is pretty good strategy. Now I will say I am not using a stop loss. Okay, and I'm not going to go into detail about that, but basically brokers can hunt. They have special software to hunt your stop loss. Excuse me. Make sure you trigger your stop loss. Okay, so I don't use stop losses, but I do like monitor my trades, and if it's going too far negative, I will just close it, take a loss, no big deal. Okay, but generally speaking, if you do not use a stop loss, the only thing you can do is win, because the only thing it can do is hit a take profit. Okay, now the drawback to this, the biggest problem not using a stop loss, is not having enough money in your account to cover the negative trade. Okay, but if you use, for example, just a 0.01 lot size and you have $500 in your account, on one single trade, it's virtually impossible to blow your account. Okay, you'd have to have a massive drawdown, and I would never let a drawdown go that high anyhow. All right, I would have closed the trade out long before. All right, and I usually close it gets about 1,000 pips or so. I will close the trade if it's that far negative. That's just me. All right, you may be a little different. All right, so anyhow, moving on. I'm gonna do one more currency pair, and then I'll wrap up this video for you. But basically, what I'm gonna do here is kind of give you a variety of different currency pairs. I already said I love trading the GBP, but let's pick EURGBP because this one is an awkward pair, but you can actually get a lot of pips on this. All right, so EURGBP. Okay, now we see here the price has already been dropping quite a bit. Now it looks like it hits a strong support and starting to go up, right? If you go to let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour again shows it's starting to go up. Daily chart has an up arrow, so long term it's going to be going up. See, and like I said, it's kind of a strange movement, but that's okay. And the weekly chart shows a sell. Okay, but in the short term, in the next few days, maybe in the next week or so, the price will be going up. Okay, that's what we project, because the 4 hour and daily show to go up. Okay, so for right now, I want to buy. Okay, and we're going to do some really small trades, but watch this. I'm going to go down to a smaller time frame, probably 15 minute or 5 minute, and we're going to look for a sell signal. Okay, 1 hour shows the buy. Here we go. Refresh that. 30 minutes shows the buy. 15 minutes shows the buy. 5 minute shows to sell. Okay, so perfect. Okay, nose is itching. So this is really good right here. Okay, this is perfect actually. And so right now we're projecting the price to drop some and then go spike back up. Okay, if you look at the back, if we go back to the 4 hour chart, we see that yes, this price will be going up. Okay, so we want to do a buy limit pin order and buy stop as well. Okay, stop orders are kind of optional. Don't always have to use a stop order, but if it's a fresh signal like this, like on the 4 hour chart, this is a pretty fresh signal. It's gonna be going up for a long ways. So yes, you can do a limit order and a stop order. That's fine. Now this had been out for several days, and how price had already escalated this far, I would use a limit order only. I would not use a stop order. But let me go back here, show you how I'm going to place this trade using a 5 minute chart. And I'm going to go here and select pending order. I always use pending orders. I very rarely use market execution. So pending orders are the best things to do. And then we're going to do a sell limit at 0.8900 even. I'll put it right about here, I think, somewhere. And take profit, we're going to put it at 0.89. $250. Okay, I want to put it like right here where this resistance is. Okay. Oops, what did I hit? Buy limit. Okay. So you see here, I put a buy limit pin order here with take profit, and the actual profit is what did I say? Oops. So 250 pips in total profit. Okay, perfect. Not bad. Okay, this is EURGBP. This is not a GBP pair, even though it has GBP in it. So we're still not going to get a huge amount of pips on a small movement. But that's okay. Every little bit counts, right? Excuse me. So I have a runny nose. So now we did a buy limit. Now next is the buy stop. I'm going to put this above this resistance, and I'm probably going to put this at, see, buy stop at 0.89. 300 which we'll put it like right in here somewhere, and take profit at 0.89400. Okay, just 100 pips. That's perfectly fine, right? And we see we had a resistance here before, so hopefully its price is going to go there within the next 24 to 48 hours. That is what we project. So this right here is the buy stop. You can barely read it here, but and we have a take profit of 100 pips, right? So perfect. Now if we zoom out or pan out to using a bigger time frame, a larger time frame, we can see here, like on the 4-hour chart, we get a bigger picture of what I just did. All right, which looks great. We have a limit order here and a stop order. So eventually, even the price retraces, comes back down, eventually it's going to shoot back up within the next, next couple of days for sure. So that's what we want. And we want trades open and close fairly quickly, 8 to 12 hours like that. That way we don't have to avoid, we do not have to incur, or we can avoid any swap fees, basically, okay? If that makes any sense. All right, it makes more sense as you become a better trader, more experienced trader, and you want to try to avoid swap fees. Broker commission right here, you cannot avoid, okay? That's already planned into your trade, which is based on whatever rules your particular broker has. Not all brokers are the same when it comes to commission or in swap fees also, but just consult your broker for their commission rates. But basically you're going to be charged a fixed commission. All right, some brokers have a variable commission, but I would probably stay away from those types of brokers. But as long as you have a fixed commission, you're perfectly fine. Just try to avoid swap fees, okay? Let the broker have some money. They're going to get their commission regardless. All right, brokers are out to make money, but swap fees we can definitely do our best to try and avoid. So anyhow, I placed I used 3 different currency pairs to place 3 different sets of trades. Okay, total 6 trades here, as you can see. So if you notice, okay, that's a lot of pips. I don't know exactly how much on the top of my head, but that's a lot of pips. All right, just on 3 different currency pairs. Okay, so basically what I'm saying here is you do not need to monitor dozens and dozens of different currency pairs or different charts. Okay, so you see a lot of gurus, a lot of forex traders on YouTube or wherever showing you have all these 5 computer monitors set up with all these charts open, and that's just all fake, because you don't need all that. Okay, you can trade on your phone, which I do majority of my trading from. All right, I have a VPS or virtual private server that I can log into from my cell phone and just trade using my phone. Very simple. I love sitting at my computer using my desktop computer like I'm doing right now, which is also very good, but I don't like to be on my computer 24 hours a day, and I'm sure you don't either, right? So, but the whole point here is that you do not need to have dozens of charts monitored just to make money in forex. Okay, you only need a few charts. That's it. All right, you can stick to GBP pairs like GBPCHF or GBPUSD, and you'd be perfectly fine. Just play some trades. But personally, I like to have a variety of different pairs. Like this one here is excellent to trade EURGBP, even though you don't get quite as many pips as you do like GBPUSD, but still this is really good to trade because it is predictable. Okay, the EURGBP is very predictable because it has a lot of highs and lows. Okay, so anyhow, I hope you got a little bit of value out of this. Please, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up on Facebook. I would be more than happy to try and help you. Just be patient with me because I have a lot of people to deal with. It's okay. I work non-stop to try and help you. Just hit me up on Facebook. I have a link below in the description video for my personal Facebook account, so please contact me there first. Also, I have a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. Okay, so with that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much.